Hello, my pre-calculus student. In this video, we are going to graph polar equation. Let's begin with the given equation r equals 5 sine theta. So we are going to plot all the angle from 0 to 2 pi radian, and each time we increase by pi over 6 or 30 degrees. So let's begin with theta equals 0. Then we substitute theta for 0. So we have 5 times sine of 0. Now sine of 0, which is 0, so 5 times 0, that will give us 0. Now we will plot the points. In the points, all the pair of the point on the way to write this. You write your r first to 0, 0. So this will be point number 1. Let's move on to point number 2. Now substitute theta for pi over 6, so we have sine 5 times sine of pi over 6 will equal 5 times 1/2, and that will give us 2.5. So now I'm going to go to the graph at pi over 6. So this is the terminal side of pi over 6. We start from 0, we go counterclockwise, and we begin from the post, and we count until we get 2.5. So we do 1, 2, 3. So 2.5 will be here. So that will be our point number 2. So we write out all the pair of the points right here will be 2.5, 2.5, comma pi over 6. Next we substitute theta for pi over 3, so 5 times sine of pi over 3. So that will be 5 times sine over 3, which is square root of 3 over 2. And that will give us 4.3. So now we'll go ahead and plot the point where r is 4.3 and the angle is pi over 3. So we go to pi over 3. So this is the terminal side of pi over 3. So from the 0 we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4.3 be right here. Now next we substitute theta for pi over 2, so we have 5 times sine of pi over 2. Now sine of pi over 2 is 1, so we 5 times 1. Now 5 times 1 is 5, so now we have the point 5, comma pi over 2. We go to the graph. I'm looking for the terminal side of pi over 2. I'm going to count from the pole, count 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Next for 2 pi over 3, so we substitute our theta for 2 pi over 3, so 5 times sine of 2 pi over 3. So equal 5 times square root of 3 over 2, so that will give us 4.3. So now we have the points 4.3, comma 2 pi over 3. So 2 pi over 3, I'm looking for 4.3, so count 1, 2, 3, 4, so 4.3. Now if you have notice that the points at pi over 3 and the points at 2 pi over 3, they are symmetry. So I say that symmetries with respect to the line theta equal pi over 2. The next is we substitute theta for pi over 6, so we do 5 times 5 pi over 6 so we 5 times 1/2, so that will give us 2.5. So now we have the points 2.5 comma 5 pi over 6. So go to the graph. So 5 pi over 6, when you count for the point, we count 1, 2, 3, so 2.5 is right here. So again, you can see that the points on the left hand side of the line pi over 2 and on the right hand side, they are symmetry. Next we go and look for pi, so we do 5 times sine of pi. Sine of pi is 0, so this is the same thing as 5 times 0. So 5 times 0 is 0. So now we have the points 0, comma pi. So you go to pi and 0. So R is 0. It means that the points stay at the pole. Next one we will move on to the point 7 pi over 6. So we do 5 times sine of 7 pi over 6. Do 5 times negative 1/2. So that will give us negative 2.5. Now, seeing our direct distance, it's negative number. I'm going to have to highlight, because when we plot the point, we have to be very careful. So we'll go ahead and plot the point negative 2.5, comma 7 pi over 6. Then go to 7 pi over 6. So this is the terminal side of 7 pi over 6. But since our R is negative 2.5, so we cannot plot the points on the terminal side of 7 pi over 6. We have to go to the upper 6. So that will be the same thing as pi over 6. So the point will be right here. Okay, next when you go 5 times sine of 4 pi over 3. So 5 times negative square root of 3 over 2. So that will give us negative 4.3. Again, we do have negative direct distance. So when we plot the point, we have to be very careful. So we'll go ahead and plot the point negative 4.3, comma 4 pi over 3. So now we'll go ahead and plot the point. So I'm going to draw the terminal side at 4 pi over 3. But since R is negative, so we cannot put the points on the terminal side of 4 pi over 3. We'll look opposite direction from that point with the same thing as pi over 3. So this is the point here. Next, we will substitute theta for 3 pi over 2. So 5 times sine of 3 pi over 2, with the same as 5 times negative 1. So that would be negative 5. So now we have a negative distance again. So we're going to plot the points negative 5 comma 3 pi over 2. So I'm going to look for 3 pi over 2. So this is the terminal side of 3 pi over 2. But since R is negative, so we cannot plot the points on the terminal side of 3 pi over 2. We have to look opposite direction. So this will be the point that we're looking here. Now next, we do 5 times sine of 5 pi over 3. So we do 5 times negative square root of 3 over 2. So that will give us negative 4.3. Again, we have negative R. So when we plot the point, we have to be very careful. So go ahead and plot the point negative 4.3, comma 5 pi over 3. So go ahead and look for 5 pi over 3. So this is the terminal side of 5 pi over 3. But since R is negative, so we cannot put the points on the terminal side of 5 pi over 3. We have to go to the opposite direction. So this will be the point. Next we substitute theta for 11 pi over 6. So we'll do 5 times sine of 11 pi over 6. Be pi times negative 1/2. So will give us negative 2.5. So now we have negative R. So when plot the points, negative 2.5 comma 11 pi over 6. We're going to look for 11 pi over 6. So this is the terminal side of 11 pi over 6. But since R is negative, so we cannot put the points on the terminal side of 11 pi over 6. We have to look on the opposite race. So this will be the point. So now the last point, which is 2 pi, so we do 5 times sine of 2 pi, which is 5 times 0. We have a 0. So now we plot the points 0, comma 2 pi. So you're going to go look at 2 pi and 0 will be at the point. So now we have all the points. So you can see that some of the points just repeat itself because there are multiple representation for the same points. Then go ahead and connect the points. Now when you connect the points, you are going to see it kind of look, it will be a circle. I know that we don't have enough points, but if we plot more points like at 15 degrees, you will see it will look a circle. So I'm just go ahead and connect what we have here. And keep in mind that the line pi over 2 will be our symmetry. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to write your own summary. Thank you and goodbye.